Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the show. We're so excited to be here. Want to make sure everybody can hear me pretty well. I hope you can hear me. It's your girl, Millie Mills, host of the show, Bring It in the House. And we're excited to be here this morning because our guest is legendary talk show host, actress, voiceover artist, Rolanda Watts.
Thank you.
I can't believe you are here. I'm so honored. You just don't know. I know we're on two different time zones. I didn't know if you were going to make it or not this morning, and you surprised me. I'm forever in your debt. Rolanda, how have you been during COVID?
It's been good trying to stay creative and trying to stay healthy. And
Yes.
I think COVID was a tough time for everybody. There's no question about it. Some devastating things happened, but on the other end, we learned a lot about ourselves and our resilience and pulling ourselves up by the bootstrings, creating new opportunities for ourselves. And I think that that's what has kept me surviving through it all, mentally as well as financially, is just trying to come up with new brilliant ideas. Because the studios, everything we did was shut down, but my voiceover work really boomed because we were all working from home, and it really changed our industry. So I will probably keep working from home because the genie's out the bag. And it was a time for us to really put things into priority. What's important to us, because I don't know about you, but I lost some friends during COVID. And it
Oh,
really
yeah.
helped us remember that, you can be here right now and in 10 minutes gone, so we really have to live life to the fullest. And I think that's what COVID presented for a lot of us.
Yes, that is so true. Can you still hear me okay? You still
Mhm.
hear me? Okay, good. Yeah, that is so true. I can't even count the friends that I've lost during this whole COVID thing. And my heart stays broken. And I'm just thankful to be here. And I'm so thankful that you're still here. And I'm glad your family is well. So you're
I
a
got my
Jersey girl.
booster shot and my flu shot.
Me too. I got
Yeah, I got them both.
we're all ready to go. Yep. Try to
Mhm.
beat this thing if we can. Yes. And so you're a Jersey girl, right? You're from New Jersey?
No, I'm from North Carolina.
Really? Okay.
Mhm.
I
I'm from
saw some.
Winston-Salem. Now, I lived in New Jersey and I worked for New Jersey Network back in the day, but so I claim a bit of Jersey girl in me, but I'm originally from North Carolina,
Oh, wow. That is
from
so
Winston-Salem.
fantastic.
Winston-Salem.
Winston-Salem. All right. Oh, this is so great. Now, Rolanda, I watched you down through the years. I remember your talk show. It was in 1994, I believe, right?
Mhm.
That's when it all started for you. And so
And ran for 4 seasons.
for 4 seasons, that
Mhm.
which is good. That is great. That is great. And you were in that high time rating along when Oprah was just peaking around that time. So, and who else did we have? Ricky Lake and some other female talk show
Sally
hosts.
Jesse Raphael, Montel Williams, Geraldo Rivera. There were 50 million talk shows at the time. Yeah, that was the 90s was the talk show era. Mhm.
Yeah, oh my gosh. And you still managed to reinvent yourself over and over again. We're going to take a look at a clip in a little while, just showing you just like a recap of all your great work. But in the meantime, I know you're probably off to something else. I want to ask as many questions as I can before you fly off. But
Mhm.
one of the best shows that you ever had, which one do you think it is?
Oh God, I can't name that. We've had so many great shows. I mean, we did amazing things on my talk show. We got kids out of gangs. We visited mothers in prison. We interviewed Jeffrey Dahmer's parents. We had on James Brown, Patti LaBelle, Aretha Franklin, Debbie Gibson, Flip Wilson. We had the whole Jefferson clan when most of them were still alive. We had just an amazing show, and we did some great things, I believe. So they were all pretty much my favorite. Those were the highlights. But
Right.
yeah.
Well, you mentioned about James Brown, and I kind of remember that show because didn't he ask you to marry him?
He popped the question live on TV. And I was like, can we wait? Can we talk about this after the commercial break?
Oh my gosh! You see, you had that spirit. You made such a great impression on him. He wanted to marry you.
he was such a great guy. We didn't date. I mean, it was all publicity because
Yeah,
I
I know.
was ending my show and I was ready to go to Hollywood and do new things. And he said, "Well, let's go out with a bang." He goes, "When you get to LA's not a big talk show town. They didn't follow talk shows that much."
Mhm.
So he said, "But when you get to LA, they're gonna know who you are." And he changed this whole thing and popped the question. So yeah, but he was a good friend and taught me a lot about business. You know, here he was, the godfather of soul, who owned all of his records, all of his songs, which was totally unusual that day and today. But he was just such a great influence on me for business. Very supportive friend for sure.
Well, good. That's always important to have friends. It's sort of like mentors that you look up to and can learn a lot from. And you know, of course, we all love James Brown, King of Souls.
And he loved you too. He loved his people.
Yes.
Even though he said it's a man's world, and we love him anyway.
Oh my God! So if you have a few minutes here, we just want to take a look at just a clip or two, some of just to kind of bring some of the audience up to date as how great your work is. So we're going to take a look.
A lot has
This is
happened
going.
to this talk show.
So this is going to be a peek at some of your talk show clips. Here we go.
Is your brother gay?
You know, you are so you are so blunt and you're just
I'm
right
just
to the
good,
point.
Latoya. I'm just good.
Oh yeah, she went there. Blunt and to the point. 90s daytime talk show host Rolanda Watts showcased her fiery personality for 4 seasons, but in 1997, she decided to drop out of daytime rather than go the whole Jerry Springer route.
That is true, and she has no regrets. Now, 18 years later, Ro is looking back on the moments that defined her show. From Latoya Jackson to James Brown's on-air proposal. That's right, you heard me right. Tonight, my Queens of Talk series continues with the Spitfire, that is Rolanda Watts.
You became known as the cut to the chase talk show host.
Yeah.
You know, lots of people interview me, and you're the only one. You just get right to the point.
I
You
cut
go
right
for
to
it.
the chase.
Were you doing that to get the ratings, or were you doing that because that's just
Well,
who
that's
you
who
are?
I am.
It has been a grueling day for jurors in the Bensonhurst murder trial.
Before Talk, the North Carolina-born journalist was a New York City news anchor and resistant to move to Talk. That is, until syndicated giant Roger King, the man behind King World and some of the biggest shows on television, plucked her out of the #1 news market.
The most sellingest man in television history.
Ever.
Can you say Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, Oprah Winfrey?
It doesn't stop.
It doesn't stop.
And she didn't stop. As I learned visiting Rolanda's Hollywood Hills home, there was always a delicate balance between telling compelling stories and the day-to-day surprises on her set.
Show me how to do that.
James Brown, who
By the way, asked you to marry him.
asked me to marry him.
Can you please
live on
clarify?
TV. Girl, we made the New York Times. Nothing I've ever done in life made that much attention.
God bless you, thank you.
During the taping of her show, the late Godfather of Soul phoned in.
Hey, baby, you're James Brown. I know.
You are so good too, and from that, I also know that you do voiceovers too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I do a lot of animation. Your kids probably hear me all over every day. I'm Professor Wiseman on Curious George for almost 20 years. Back in the day, I was the voice for the Judge Joe Brown show, and we say "Bad Boys" on the next Judge Joe, and Divorce Court on Divorce Court today. And I do Curious George, Madagascar, Kung Fu Panda, Cannon Busters, Tyler Perry's, Medea's Tough Love, Proud Family. Let's see, what else? I said Kung Fu Panda, bunch of animation. And then I also do commercials, like for Wells Fargo. Google is one of my clients. I work for CNN. I do a lot of voice work. So you may not see me, but you may hear me about 5 times a day.
Oh, that is so wonderful to see you constantly working and reinventing yourself. I'm very proud of you. You also act too. You've been in several, roles in movies and TV shows. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we just premiered a brand new sitcom that I'm in. It's called Partners in Rhyme, and it stars MC Light and a new rapper that was found on the internet on IG, Instagram, a young lady named Precious Way. And we are doing a whole sitcom. It's executive produced and directed by Bentley Evans of Jamie Foxx fame and In the Cut and Love That Girl and Martin. He's such a brilliant genius. I've worked with him on so many different sitcoms, but this one is really, really special. And it's about MC Light being a need to be retired rapper, and she's trying to save her financial situation. So in a last ditch effort to save her house, she takes a deal with me, the music mogul, to help her young niece, who is Precious Way, become the star that the MC Light character used to be. So it's an intergenerational fun show. And we've got some wonderful music that's coming out of the show too. And we just premiered. We're on All Black. You can go to All Black. It's a brand new network of great streaming dramas and comedies just for us. So go on over to All Black and check out Partners in Rhyme. We just premiered, and you can catch a new episode every week. And we're so excited about it. Go and check it out for sure. And I also have a movie coming out called Due Season in January. And I'm in the movie with Vivica Fox. And we're really excited about that one too. So yes, you'll catch me on Lifetime. Christmas Mail, a movie that I did years ago that comes out every year. It's like one of America's favorite movies. Look out for Christmas Mail, and you'll see me as Sally, the postal lady, who is also like a little Christmas Cupid.
Oh, I really want to see that.
So much fun.
Yes. Oh, Sally.
Yeah, I love her. She's Sassy Sally. She creates love in the post office in the midst of Christmas mail. So check it out. It's a fun movie. Great for the whole family for the holidays.
Great for the whole family. Yeah, I love all the Christmas movies and the little animations. Yeah,
I started them early now. I mean, you can watch them now. You can just have Christmas all day, which is wonderful. And it's great for actors. All the streaming has allowed all of us to get a little taste of Christmas because there's so many projects out there now. So that's really fun. Yeah.
Wow. I've been trying to get over into that whole acting arena for years. I haven't had a lot of breaks, but maybe a little.
You can do it. You can do it. It's never too late to go for your dreams. And I am true. I'm proof of that truth. It's never too late. I went to Hollywood. I was 38 years old back in the day when they were saying, don't be over 30, don't be Black, and don't be a woman if you really want to make it in Hollywood. And I said, I'm not going to believe that. I'm not going to believe that. I have my own reality and I know what I can do. And I've been a working actor for 25 years. So it can happen, honey. Trust and believe. It can happen.
Thank you. I really appreciate those words.
Get some lessons, get some classes so you know what you're doing. I'm a big believer in classes, even for voice actors. Even, even if you didn't act, let's say do movies and sitcoms or whatever, you might want to be a voice actor. And voice actors, they don't care how old you are. They don't care what you look like. They don't care. You could be a wheelchair. You could be look like Quasimodo. They don't care as long as you can act with your voice.
Yes, and I do that. I do that.
And I teach a voice acting masterclass. So if you need some help, you come and get in my class.
Oh, will you be my big sister?
I will help you get your voice acting on. Just go to rolanda.com, ROLONDA.com, and you can find out all the details about the class. But my students are doing great. We just had one of them who booked a narration in a movie. Jasper Cole, we've got him as an actor who is now doing more commercials and podcast dramas. And Carlise Burke, who you know from Mixed-ish, she plays the grandmother on Mixed-ish and a bunch of other things. Took my class because she wanted to expand her career as an actor. And she said, my agent keeps sending me playing birds and stuff. I don't know how to do animation. So we got her in the class. Now, what was the first job she booked? Playing a bird in that Queen Canary or Warner Brothers animation. So they're doing well. And, people are in a reinvention mode since COVID. And a lot of people are choosing to discover voice acting. So I'd love to help anybody who's interested in that. Rolanda.com for details. And you can set up a discovery call and all that stuff, and we'll get you through.
Oh, you are so awesome and always so resourceful and helpful. And that's why you grow. And that's why I believe you've been able to reinvent yourself. So because you give back you share the knowledge that you learn, and that's a beautiful thing.
It's like, what else am I going to do with all this in my head?
Yeah, you got.
I've been around the block a few times. I know a little bit. So if I could help somebody save some time, save some moments of stress, then let's do it. Why not? I'm at a time in my life where it's about sharing and it's about helping. And I believe that as long as you're helping people, then the universe will help you. So
Exactly.
that's it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We got one more clip we just want to look at. It kind of gives another overview of your career. Guys, we love Rolanda. In case you're just tuning in, this is Rolanda Watts, former talk show host. She's an actress, voiceover artist, and voiceover coach. So let's check out this clip on
Hi,
her.
everybody. I'm Rolanda Watts, and I'm coming for you. You better get in there and dig real deep and tell that devil to get out and quiet down, because he ain't welcome in Nadine Welch's house. Now get in that room. I am convinced that you have whatever it takes to get whatever you want in this life, as long as you're willing to work for it. I know it's not easy being a man, but you done come in here, you done stepped up, and you've given my kids a father that they've never had. And I love you for that, Cleo. I'm Miss Erlene. I'm Tiana's godmother.
And I don't even talk about that. Stay in the house first.
Oh, I like you. In my opinion, a fairly high degree of skill was employed to decapitate and disarticulate these two men.
Grown people do grown-up things. And just because Jay and I are not together, it doesn't mean we love you any less. Isn't that right, Jay? Jay!
Yes, yes.
So excited to be at this time in my life. To be middle-aged and trying new things and, really pulling it together. And she goes, middle-aged? I said, yeah, middle-aged. She said, how many people you know who are 116 years old?
Yes, I'm a novelist. You are going to see my novel, Destiny Lingers. What would you do at a second chance at your first love? Because there's a saying that time moves on, but destiny lingers.
One of the things that I'm learning here is that an empowered individual can make the impossible possible. I want my stories to impact humanity. I want my stories to change lives and to change laws and to change minds.
On Divorce Court today, the South Beach lifestyle is taking a toll on this relationship.
All rise for Judge Joe Brown. Whoa! Experience, knowledge, and a passion for the truth.
Yet another painfully clear sign that my career is ending.
My hobby, working on complex things, relaxes me.
Sweepy weepy. Oh, you will. And please don't use that word in my house.
To die is to drown.
Veil keeps us safe. The Kulapari died. Oh, smart as a whip, like her mother. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Sam.
Sometimes, but you just gotta know it'll all be fine. It's okay.
Girl, I'm exhausted.
That was a lot.
There's a lot going on.
You see all your credits, everything that you've done, kind of like in that one clip. I'm like, what's beautiful.
And you know what? And I get so excited because I had so much fun on every single thing I did. I didn't feel like I was working,
I know.
So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes. Well, we had to show off everything that you've done. I mean, you're incredible. I can't wait to see what you have going next. What's coming up next for Rolanda?
Big announcement. I just moved from LA back to New York City. So there's no telling what's about to happen. I'm so excited. I can't even begin to tell you. And so I think I know some really exciting things are going to happen. And it's a whole new thing. We talk about reinvention and starting over and starting anew. Well, that's what my life trek seems to be. And I'm excited to do it in New York now, to come on back home.
Come on back home. How long you've been there in New York now, you said? How long have you been there?
I just moved back. I lived here many years when I was doing the news and my talk show and all of that. And when it was over, I'd done everything I could do in New York and needed to find some new things to do, and was always interested in and being creative in terms of acting and writing and producing. So I went to LA and I was there for 20 something years, almost 25 years. I did my time in LA, okay? And so I coming back to New York. I did LA treated me well, had a great time, but there's no place like New York City. And this I consider home. So it's nice to be back home.
Yes, yes. And I wanted to kind of go back a little bit and ask, when you were growing up, like maybe in grade school or high school, did you have any idea that you were going to be on this path, the area of broadcast, entertainment?
Yeah, I did. I always wanted to be an actor. All of my life, I wanted to be an actor. And of course, that was crazy because when I was growing up, there weren't a lot of people that looked like me on TV or movies or stuff.
I know.
But I just really wanted to be an actor. I always loved to write. I was always a writer. And to be honest with you, when I'd laugh because I tell my students in my voice acting masterclass that, we tap into a lot of the things that we did as children to help us find direction today. I always say, if you don't look within, you'll go without. And a lot of our gifts are just waiting for us to go play with them again. And, we forget all those things that we dreamed about as children. We don't use our imagination and dream like we used to. And I can remember I used to talk so much that my father would give me a tape recorder and he would say, go in your room, tell the story to the tape recorder, make up all the voices, make up all the sound effects, and then we'll play it after dinner for the family. And that's what I would do. And I look at my life today and what do? I go in my room, I make up little voices and I come and play it for people, so I'm still doing the same thing. And I just have always wanted to act. In fact, I came to New York City after Spelman College and went to Columbia, not so much to be a journalist. I was trying to go to Broadway, but I figured if I was in college or school, my parents would leave me alone. And I remember telling my daddy, I'm not really here to be a journalist, Dad. I'm at the #1 journalism school in the world, right? I said, I'm here to be an actor. And I remember he looked at me and he said, well, good luck, little girl. I went to one casting call and they treated me so mean. I said, I can't do this. I'll be back when y'all know my name. And I fell into journalism and that started my career. But when the talk show was over, I said, here is that one fleeting moment where you're not tied down by a contract. You did okay with your money. Take the chance. Don't sit on the porch at 100-something years old going, I coulda, woulda, shoulda. I always wanted to, but I never tried. I'm not going to live my life with any sentence that starts off, I should have. I really believe that life should be gulped and not sipped politely. Because this is that dash between when we're born and when we're out of here. That's it. What are you going to do with that dash? And I'm going to use every gift God gave me as a gift back to my God. And that's what I do. So dig in there, y'all. Find those things you loved as a child. And that will help lead you to the things that are going to really make you happy. Being happy is so important. So many people get up and hate what they do. They hate their jobs, hate the people they work with. I got to say, I've had some situations where there's some people I wanted to throw out a window. Sure. In the news talk show business, there's one or two I would throw out a window, but not many. For the most part, I've had wonderful careers, wonderful people I've worked with, relationships that are still strong to this day. And I just, I'm just very blessed to say that I love everything I do, but that's a product of design. Luck is a product of design. So, yeah, I'm really pleased to, the trek that we're going on here. We'll see what
I know it is a trip, and you've had a great ride. That is wonderful.
Yeah, I'm about to slap that pony one more time and get one more ride in.
So, how can we follow you on social media? What are some of your links that we can follow?
I'm all over the place, y'all. You can find me anywhere. I'm so accessible. Just go to @Rolanda-Watts on Twitter and TikTok and
I got your YouTube
Facebook,
link.
IG. I'm out there. Yeah, and YouTube, the Rolanda Watts channel. You can catch some of my old shows there. And I'm going to be putting more stuff up. I found some really good old Rolanda shows. So if y'all are into the blast from the past, good stuff, half the things we talked about on that show are still relevant today. Because we were talking about gay issues. We were talking about racism. We were talking about all of that stuff before it was trendy and hot to talk about. We were talking about it, which really put us, we were really edgy because we had such great information, not because we were throwing chairs and beating up people, but because we had really compelling information that was helping people. Families in crisis was our center. So we were dealing with issues that weren't even on the table at the time. And we were very proud of that, very proud of that.
Yeah, you were ahead. You were kind of ahead of well, a lot of these subjects, they always come back around. They say history kind of repeats itself. And so your shows, as you said, they're so relevant
they can stand right now today.
Yeah. Yes.
That's how relevant they were. And yes, we were very much ahead of our time. I mean, there's no question.
Yes. Yeah. Do you have children, Rolanda?
No, but I got all y'all's children. I do so much animation and stuff that I feel like every child is my child. I see children walking down the street. If they're between 1 and 5, the first thing I say is, "Are you watching Curious George?" Like Professor Wiseman, But no, I don't have children. I have godchildren. I have nieces and nephews, and I have lots of children around. That look, and that's enough. That's plenty. I'm such a career babe. I didn't have children. I didn't want children because I love my careers. Those are my kids.
Yeah, I understand. You've had a very full and rich career, and so I guess you'd had to take time out and raise children.
I'm enough of a kid. I'm enough to raise.
Yeah. Me too. 2 big kids.
Big kids. That's right. I'm enough to handle. We don't need a bunch of little me's around too.
So you do everything, and I dance. So I got to ask her, does she dance? Do you dance too?
I can dance to at the disco. I can do that kind of dance, but no, I don't dance. No. You know what? I said I should take a dance. I really want to take a dance class. Yeah. Because I said, here I am now, an actor. I come back to New York City as an actor now. And so Broadway is there. You never know. If you get an audition, you might have to sing or dance. And
you should be on Dancing with the Stars.
That's what I say. So I agree with you 100,000%. But I've got to get, I don't want to be on there Dancing with the Stars going, help me. I got to get my stamina up.
Yeah, got to get in shape.
I can do it.
Yeah. You can do it. I know you can.
Put the word in for me, sister.
Yes, I will. And I'll be rooting you on. I said, I told you could do it.
I know.
You are so wonderful. So this is the last question because I know time is running out and you have to go. But any big plans for Thanksgiving and the holidays?
I'm going to be enjoying Thanksgiving with some good friends here in New York City. It'll be nice to spend a wonderful holiday season in New York. It is the most magical place in the world during the holidays. They just put the big bow on Tiffany's. And so, New York, the tree is here now and it's starting to really get festive. So I will be here enjoying the holidays in my new home in New York City.
That sounds great. You going to catch the Macy's Christmas parade they do every year?
Probably on TV. I'll watch my friend Al Roker freeze out there. But maybe I'm not a big parade crowd person, but I'll watch it on TV and cheer.
On TV. Yeah.
With some hot cocoa.
Yes, that sounds so good. Well, whatever you do and however you enjoy your holiday, we just wish you a wonderful Thanksgiving, Christmas, holiday season, and a wonderful new year. You have been such a pleasure to talk to this morning. I just thank God that you took time out to speak with us. Yes, we love you.
I'm so proud of you doing this podcast. I have a podcast, Rolanda On Demand. Go over there, check it out when you get a chance. But, I'm really proud of you taking advantage of this space and doing such a great job, Millie. Thank you so very much.
You are very welcome. And thanks again for stopping by. The lovely, beautiful, talented Rolanda Watts is in the house. We love you so much. Woo, I can't believe it.
If you guys are on Clubhouse, follow my clubs. I have a club, The Joys of Voice Acting, and I have another club, Reinvention Retreat. So if you're reinventing yourself, you're interested in voice acting, let us help you over on Clubhouse. All of my friends in voiceover and all of my friends who are reinventionists, we get together, we have great conversations, we share incredible information. So bring a notepad and come on in, because remember, note takers are money makers. So come on in and join us on Clubhouse too.
Thank you.